No, I can't actually drive. I'm sitting in my parents' car. Please do let me know if anyone else feels like, in a very real way, the only thing specifically social media has ever done for them is make them feel like they're missing out on something they didn't know was happening a couple of seconds ago. There's a really annoying, cruel irony in wanting something you didn't know you don't actually want. But I had to find a quiet space to ask if I'm not the only one who feels like consumption is the enemy of anything good, really. Anything genuinely satisfying. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if the video you're watching or the pictures you're looking at or the lives you're scrolling past have anything to do with being inherently conducive to comparison. Social media as a whole is built around this essence that is inescapably just consumption. I wish I had another word for it, because I always talk about how much we consume, and it might sound a bit like a broken record, but if these sort of videos stumble across a new person every time, it's worth it. I'm just trying to broaden what can become so tunnel-visioned a viewpoint of specifically social media, because all we're doing is letting our subconscious take over, telling us what we want as we twitch a thumb or swipe left or right or anything. Annoyingly though, there was still that sense of feeling like there's not ever going to be enough of this I'm going to be able to consume to be happy. And I stood back and asked myself, I don't think it matters what we consume on the internet anymore. I don't think it matters what we consume on social media anymore. I think we're all just running ourselves into the ground, and it's a little scary, mostly sad, and really, really annoying. I'm not talking the internet as a whole, specifically social media. There is obviously an irony being on the social media myself and being a part of what people consume. I've always never necessarily known what to think of social media. If anything, I always assumed it'd just be bad. But I never really understood why until I got on a platform like YouTube and said, oh, maybe there isn't going to be an amount of anything I'm going to be able to consume in the metaphysical that will actually leave me feeling like I've done something that day with my life. I don't necessarily even know what exactly I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just in that battle of feeling hugely existential and maybe overtly emotional post-adolescent, I don't know. But let me know if anybody else feels the same way every time they just get off a doom scrolling session and they're like, hold on, not only hadn't I promised myself I would never do that again, but even if I do it less and less, the little I still do it, I just find less and less meaning in what it means to consume anything online. How ironic. The way you can fight against consumption is obviously creation. That's the opposite of it, right? As Drew Gooden did once say, we live in a world where you can buy a professional grade software, a few instruments and a computer for less than it would take to hire a recording studio for a single day, and you can make Grammy-winning songs there if you just have this skill set. In other words, the financial or physical barriers aren't as much there as they once were. Yet somehow it feels like nobody's actually creating as much as they once were. And if they are, the quality has become undermined by the quantity. But I don't even necessarily mean to say that what you create has to be good to begin with. But if you do something, a lot of it you get good at. I don't want to get good at consuming. I want to get good at creating.